During the last year, I have finally started my art journey. And just to be perfectly clear, I have made a ton of mistakes during this year, completely unnecessary mistakes, and I'm trying to find like the silver lining here in my small failures. And I realized I can use these failures to teach other new beginners so they don't repeat my mistakes. And also I can teach the few things I actually did right. So I'm gonna explain why I started this art journey, what you should avoid doing as a beginner, what you should do to make this journey as smooth as possible. For about a year ago, I started my art journey as an adult. And like many others, I used to draw a lot as a kid. I loved it, but once I got a bit older, I just lost that habit, unfortunately, and I basically forgot about it. But recently I really missed having a creative hobby that I could really use to express my crazy ideas and just have this hobby like a lifelong journey to just keep improving, keep learning new things, keep exploring different areas, because that's the beautiful thing with art. You don't just master art and that's it. You always keep learning. It doesn't matter if you've painted for like 50 years, there's still new things for you to learn. You can paint everything from nature to animals to buildings to feelings. You can basically create anything you want within art. So that's the beautiful thing about it. There's always something new to learn. But during the last year that I have drawn and painted and explored art, it's really been a roller coaster for me. Because when I started, I had no idea how you are supposed to start your art journey. So I basically did everything wrong. What I did was that I gave myself way too difficult motives that were basically impossible for a beginner to execute correctly. Because I gave myself these big landscapes in perspective with people in perspective. I think the problem was that I was in a hurry because I kept looking at these experts online at their works, and I wanted to be as good as them and do similar work as them. And maybe I overestimated myself a bit. I thought that if I keep challenge myself from the beginning, I will just learn by doing. But that's not how art works at all, because you cannot skip the fundamentals. To be able to do these amazing works, you have to go step by step and learn the fundamentals properly. If you don't understand the fundamentals, the artwork will not hold at all. The anatomy will look funky, the perspective will look off, and everything will just fall apart. And it will happen if you don't understand the fundamentals. So the reason I tried to skip over the fundamentals was because I was in a hurry to try to get as good as quickly as possible. And that's what I wanted to tell people with this video, is that you should not try to rush anything. You should not try to skip over a step to try to get to the fun part. Please take your time. Don't feel that you're in a hurry. Learn everything step by step. Only go to the next step once you actually understand the last step properly. And you should also have a lot of repetition. I know there is a lot to explore within art, and you want to test everything as quickly as possible. That's what I did. I tried everything from animals to buildings to perspectives, and I just wanted to try everything at once. And it's completely fine to just try things out, as long as you also learn the fundamentals properly. The reason I think it's risky to skip over the steps is because if you really want to make a piece and it looks completely off, it can be very discouraging for you. If you really want to give art your everything, it will just feel bad because you're not even close to being able to execute that piece properly. So you should probably give yourself challenges that is more in line with your actual level, and you can try to take on these big challenging pieces once you're actually at that level, at least in my opinion. I will go more in depth in the different beginner steps in future videos. But thank you for watching.